From Lalate News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on Lalate.
In the third stimulus package, you're getting money. You're getting a stimulus check. But what else besides a stimulus check? There's a lot of business grants in the third stimulus package. $5,000 for you across the board. How do you get this money? In this video, I'm going to go over the big business grants that are available for you if you have a business, starting a business, whether it's third stimulus or second stimulus, whether you are a big business or a small operator, a sole practitioner or multiple practitioners. I have all the big news as the Business Grant Show starts on Noontime, Lalate, right now. It's a big day across the land as your fourth, third, and second stimulus excitement heats up. And that excitement involves moolah. But what if you are a sole practitioner? What if you're a surfer? What if you're a restaurant owner? What if you're a boater? What if you own a small food cart? What money can you get for your business or for you as a sole practitioner? In this recording, I'm going to go over the big money on business grants. How are you? I'm so excited you join me on our hit midday show of business grants. This is Noontime Lalate. If you've not hit that subscribe button right now. Your $14 third stimulus check is going to be signed into law in the next 24 hours. Who cares what day of the week it is? Who cares what hour it is today or hour tomorrow? The stimulus check's going out by the end of the week. It's $1,400. Would you rather have an additional $5,000? You would. Do you know what day of the week you're getting a $5,000 stimulus check? You don't, do you? See, this is how I have you focus, because $14 stimulus check's going out this week. Why do you care if it goes out in the morning of a day or the afternoon when you don't know where the $5,000 is? Let's explain to you right now where that incredible $5,000 to $5 million is available for you as well. The third stimulus package provides that if you are a sole practitioner, have less than 10 employees, which you do, and had a decrease of your income because of the pandemic, which of course you did, you can get $5,000. There's no catch to that. It's exactly $5,000. That's the amount you need to track the day it's available. You can't track or tell IRS to send you a stimulus check faster. You can't pick up the phone and say, IRS, can you send me the stimulus check faster? You can't do that. What you can do is miss $5,000 because you're tracking something IRS can't do for you. $5,000 under the EIDL grant opens and closes faster than a can of tuna. If you blink, it won't be there. It's as simple as that. This is where you do track things. And boy, you better track this one. Why? Because the third stimulus package has a provision in there that when the president signs the bill into law, SBA, who will be writing the business grant, must open the business grant within a certain number of days. Now, here's where it becomes a little strange. SBA has a certain realm of days to open it up. It's not 2 days, it's over a week. They have to open up the grant program, and then they have to close it. Well, here's the problem. They're going to open it up. You won't know what day it opens up, and then it's going to run out of money in 36 hours. It's going to run out of money in 3 days. In about 72 to 84 hours, it's going to run out of money, and that's it. And you'll be like, but wait a second, there's this $5,000 grant. I've been hearing about it. No, This is where you really have to track a check. In this case, track a check application portal. Let's go to the details right now. Let me explain to you exactly the wording because this is very, very important. The stimulus package that will be signed into law in the next 24 hours says the very tight time frame to get this $5,000. SBA has two types of EIDL grants. The first one is for people who did not get the EIDL grant under the second stimulus, which I really don't know who these people are because I never saw the EIDL grant open under second stimulus. But that period is 14 days after it becomes law. SBA must open the application. Okay, that's the first one. The one I think you really will be concerned about is the second one, which is beginning 28 days after enactment of the bill into law by the president, SBA must open the application. So did you hear that? Within 28 days of the president signing it into law, SBA must open the application window and then close it within 2 weeks. Say that again. It opens within 28 days of becoming law and then closes within 14 days. Which of those dates are important to you? Only one date, the day it opens. Because who cares that it's open for 14 weeks? Because this is what's going to happen. You know that I tell you the truth, and you know that I don't sugarcoat it. It's going to open on a day, and it's going to be gone in 3 days. It'll be out of money in 3 days. You're lucky if it's out of money in 5 days, but it's likely going to be out of money in 3 days. So while the law says the application window will be open for 2 weeks, who cares? It's going to run out of money in 3 days. You have to absolutely pounce as a purple hawk and get that money the minute it opens. Translation, the minute the application window opens, I will tell you, if you are a subscriber to this channel, not even a member, just a subscriber, I will go on air and say, hello, it just went open, apply now, this minute. Go off this recording as soon as you finish watching me and go apply this minute. That's what I will say when it happens. That's why you have to subscribe, and that's why you have to watch all the videos. Now, I'm not even going to mince words here. I got something stronger to say to you. The application may go live at about 9 o'clock in the morning on a particular day. I'm going to go live, as you know, at 9 o'clock. I'm going to tell you on air, go apply right now. If you want to sit around and wait for that taped recording somewhere else that's shot later that day, that airs at 5 o'clock at night, that says go apply, guess what? They will have already received millions of applications by that time. So you need to hit that subscribe on this channel right now, because the minute the application goes live, I will tell you, and the minute it goes live, you must apply that very minute. You can't even wait a half a day. You can't even wait a day. It will go away that quickly. What do you have to have ready to get that business grant? You need to have a Schedule C. All these applications are based upon a Schedule C. Schedule C is required if you're Grubhub, Airbnb, Postmates, or anything like that. If you're filing tax returns and you're not using a Schedule C, even though you're Postmates, Uber, and Grubhub, or Airbnb, you need to make a modification to your taxes, amended return. How do you learn about a Schedule C? You go to irs.gov. They have a lot of information there to explain how you get a Schedule C on file. It's not complicated. Really, really important. This is $5,000. Can you apply now? No. Angel, great question. Can you apply now? No. What day? Not live yet. When will you find out? I will literally tell you the very minute I see it go live. Maybe a viewer sees it go live before I do. Remember, it's after the president signs it into law. SBA has 28 days to open it, And within 28 days, it will literally go live and will run out of money in 3 days. That is that grant. Now, there's another grant as well. If you have a food business, food cart, taco truck, restaurant, cafe, you can get money as well. How much money can you get for the restaurant? You would take your 2020 revenue and subtract it from your 2019, and that will determine the amount of your grant. It's literally that simple. It will also be written by SBA. The grant has the following provisions. It can be used for payroll costs, principal and interest on a mortgage, rent payments, utilities, maintenance expenses, supplies for protective equipment, food and beverages, and more. It can also be used for covered operative expenses, and it can be used for operational items like running your basic business. It can also be used for paid sick leave and anything else. You can use it for multiple locations. There's a limit on how much for multiple locations, but it's generally all really great news. Again, this one is literally a quick application surge. And the first 21 days of this application, they give preference to those businesses that are owned by women, veterans, or socially economically disadvantaged people. Wow. Do you see these time frames? Do you see how these time frames are really tight? You gotta pounce. You gotta hit that subscribe to this video right now because it's free to subscribe, but you could literally lose out on $5,000 to, in some cases, a restaurant, $5 million because you waited too long to apply or didn't know how to apply or presumed there was money there indefinitely for you to get once it goes open. No, it's going to be stimulus stampede. This channel launched on April 25th, and over that period of time till now, I've seen enough occurrences of when this has happened. In July of last year, when this channel was getting viewers $25 million in EIDL grants and loans, there was a period of time in which the grant was closed. Javita Carranza, head of SBA, appeared before a congressional subcommittee and said, in the next few weeks, I'm going to reopen the grant program. We're like, oh, wow, that's great news. 2 days later, it opened out of nowhere with no announcement. It opened on a Monday. By Wednesday, it ran out of money. It literally was just like that. So I don't want you to be the person behind on not getting that $5,000. That would be the worst travesty for you to be eligible for the $5,000, for you have done the Schedule C to know you can get this money and that you miss it. Now, I got other money for you right now. What happens if I start a new business in December 2020? You need to consider a PPP and an EIDL loan. Those two instruments are available now under Second Stimulus. Second Stimulus created a series of programs for you, and one of them is a PPP and one of them is an EIDL. The PPP I love because it's very easy to do. You reach out to a series of online lenders or your big bank, like a Fundera Cabbage, and they give you the forms to fill out. They help you fill it out. And then from there, they submit the application when it's complete. It's very easy. What I like about it is it's easy. Number two, it's a grant. Number three, it requires no collateral. And finally, it requires no credit score. I also like that they will answer questions like, what if I started my business in this month of 2020? They'll answer those questions for you. And one thing I don't always tell you, but I think you sort of know this, is that if you apply for a PPP with one company and they don't really help you, go apply with another company. There's nothing preventing you from applying with multiple PPP lenders. Again, starts as a loan, turns into grant. They'll show you how to get the grant. Get it right now. Get it today. If you need it today, get it today. Finally, EIDL loan, I really like because the EIDL loan allows you to get that money within 48 hours. Go to sba.gov. It is a loan, but the reason I like it is because one, it's easy. Two, you get it right away, literally the money right away within 3 days. And then finally, you can leave the money in the bank account. And if you don't want it within 1 year, you can return it. Return it within 12 months. No interest, no principal, no early repayment penalty. It's that easy. If everything in life was so easy, then we would have a much easier life. Across the land, people need business grants. They need business assistance. They need ability to get their feet on the ground. The third stimulus package also has something called a navigator program, and that navigator program from the president will provide assistance in helping you find other grants that perhaps I don't even mention in this video. And that navigator program is something also to consider as well. There'll be another round of PPP in the third stimulus package as well. Fourth stimulus is likely to have different types of business grants. And then finally, third stimulus does have other business grants, which I don't usually cover on this channel, which are closed venue grants and items like that. Thank you, Alicia, for the dancing pair. Wow, we're at the top of the hour. I'm really excited for you. There is Bonnie and Gail, and there's Nancy, and there's Kim, and there's Miss Marie, and there's Sandy, and there's Northern Grace, and there's Crayola, and there's Catalina, and Gail, and Jazz, and Angel, and Paula, and Nanette. How is everyone? It's a great day, and guess what? We're at the top of the hour, and we are ready for the big news. Wall Street has been on a tear. Right now, let's look at Wall Street. The Dow is currently up 221 and 60 cents. Nasdaq's up 540 and 404.29%. And the Russell is up 52.35. It's a big day with exciting news across the board. Are you ready? Are you ready for the top of the hour on Noontime, Lalate? I am. Let's get to it. Let's get to the big breaking news as Noontime LA continues on this channel with big developments about your stimulus check, arrival date, and everything else you want to know that's in that third stimulus check package. Stay of LA for more.